Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today. And I wanted to discuss the number one thing, the number one concept that I struggled with on this journey. Because I feel that rather than just doing collective tarot readings and things like that, I want my channel to be a place where people can find solutions, clarity, rather than more questions. Because what I've seemed to discover, not just for myself, but through other clients confirming this to me, is when they get stuck on watching reading after reading, it opens up more questions rather than answers for them. So, what I want to do is guide you through my experience, my personal experience, as well as my collective coaching experience that I have learned through my clients' experiences. And because I read for so many people and do healings for so many people, I get to see patterns in what blocks them, what helps them. And I want to be able to share that with you. Excuse me. So, this thing that a lot of people struggle with, including myself, I have definitely found this a hard thing to grasp, especially at the beginning of this journey. And it used to wind me up when I would look for things that would help me and look through YouTube videos that could possibly help me. And I know that in the beginning, when I would work with new clients and guide them in this direction, they would get irritated at times. They'd be like, no, 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 this is not about me. This is about the other person. I'm asking about them. Stop making it about me. And I think it, until you understand this, you are gonna find it very difficult to navigate your journey. So, what I'm talking about, excuse me, I'm still getting over my cold. What I'm talking about is the concept of self love and how a lot of this that we're experiencing is a mirror for us to learn from and develop and grow from. And people just find that very difficult to understand. Because, say, for example, somebody comes to me for a reading, I'll do the reading and I'll say, these are the energies that come up for your person. And these are the energies that come up for you. And how you can get over this issue is by working on yourself doing this. And I'll give you an example. Say, for instance, the person is not responding in the way that the person I'm reading for would like. So their love is not responding to them in the way that they would want. And they'll say, how can I get over this? How can I change this? How can I get them to respond to me in the way that I do want? Because this is really draining me. It's not good. It's not making me happy. It's really hard. Say, okay, what we need to do is start with you. And then the barriers start to go up, right? They go, no, 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 no. This is not about me. This is about the other person and that they are treating me with a lack of respect or a lack of understanding. And this has nothing to do with me. I've done nothing wrong in this scenario. And yes, looking at it at face value, you may have been the kindest person to them. You may have treated them with the utmost respect and kindness. But what we need to do is look at it at a closer level. It's not what you say to them. Well, of course, if you're going to treat them like dirt, then of course they're not going to be nice to you back. But how do you treat yourself in this scenario? Do you feel deserving of a good response. Because a lot of the time, what you receive is a manifestation of the seeds that you've planted. Well, pretty much all of the time, really. So say, for instance, you've been doubting yourself, have that little voice in your head, right? And it says things like, oh, you could lose a bit of weight, you could, do this, do that to get better at whatever issue you may have, right? I'm using the weight loss thing because it's an issue with a lot of people. And so through this little voice constantly in the back of your head, it's planting a seed of you're not really good enough. You don't love yourself enough, because if you did, you wouldn't have this little voice. And what I say to people is, turn it around. You know how much love your person. Love yourself more than that. And they go, well, why? I don't need to do that. I already love myself. Do you though? I can immediately pick out from your energy that you don't. And I don't even have to just go by your energy. You give me enough evidence through the words that you use when you talk to me that you don't. Say, for example, you text me and you say, Giselle, I feel terrible today. I can't be bothered to go to the gym. I feel really bloated. I feel really unwell. I'm not really looking my best. And, I need to change that. Otherwise, my person's not going to come to me. That immediately says, and you can analyze this yourself, that you don't feel that you are worthy right now, that until you go to the gym and sort yourself out, stop feeling bloated, only then will you be worthy. Well, this is exactly why you are getting the responses that you are getting. And, this is manifested over a period of time. This is manifested over months, maybe even years of you talking like that about yourself. I mean, sorry, a lot of the time I find that the sentences that you use with me, when you talk to me, give enough information away about the state of mind that you're in. But your subconscious is even more harsh. It's like an inner bully almost, it's saying things to you without you even needing to express them out loud. Sometimes people just look at themselves in the mirror and go, oh God, I've let myself go. I look terrible. And, it's these things that are planted, and it reflects in the manifestation of your person not responding to you in the way that you would like. They give you the response that you've planted. That in itself is already a manifestation of months and years of you talking down to yourself. Just give it a try. You have nothing to lose. Just make yourself aware of your thoughts, and only allow thoughts that benefit you. And you're probably going to say, oh, this is impossible, I mean, I can't help thinking negatively about myself. Fair enough. But be aware that you're thinking negatively about yourself. And then when you are, turn it around. I've been promoting this for a few videos now. Don't leave any unwanted thoughts open. So say, for example, you're looking in the mirror, you go, oh, geez, I'm really bloated today. I look terrible. Hold on. That's not a nice thought. I love myself. I love the way that I have beautiful hair. I have beautiful eyes. And focus on those things and close your thought with something positive. Don't leave it open with a negative. And it's going to take time. You're not going to be waking up tomorrow thinking you are the most beautiful god or goddess that ever walked the earth. But it will develop over time. You develop these negative thoughts over time. You didn't accept them immediately. Sometimes people say, oh, these things happen from childhood. But when somebody called you, I don't know, some sort of, I don't know, just use ugly, for example, okay? So say somebody in your family called you ugly. First, it would have hurt your feelings. It would not have resonated. You would have gone, hold on, no, I'm not. But then as you hear it over time, you kind of get brainwashed and you accept it as your truth. and eventually it manifests, and so you see yourself that way. Undo that. Uncreate that. Yes, it's going to take you some time. I mean, you got brainwashed in the first place. Unbrainwash yourself or re-brainwash it yourself with something completely different, something that you actually want. And you will see that over time, people are going to start to treat you with the respect that you deserve. I used to not see myself as that important, and people would treat me as if I wasn't that important. They would make time for me, and I could never understand. I was like, why don't people treat me with respect? But I wasn't treating myself with the respect. I wasn't seeing myself as important. I always used to think I don't have enough qualifications for this or this, so I'd go and get another degree. Like, that's not the solution. You can get as many degrees or masters or whatever the heck you want. Until you start to love yourself, you're never going to be good enough. And no matter how many qualifications you get, you're never going to see yourself as good enough. Other people may think you're amazing and go, wow, you're so intelligent. But until you accept yourself for who you are and love yourself and know that you don't need, I'm just using qualifications as an example, you don't need all these degrees to prove anything to anyone, especially to yourself. The majority of the time, we're trying to prove stuff to ourselves. And therefore, other people reflect to us our lacks and our shortcomings. Until we can accept ourselves for who we are, know that you're intelligent without some piece of paper saying your name on it and that you've got a first and whatever the heck, you know. Until you can accept that about yourself, the world is not going to reflect that back to you. I'm going to make another video about little techniques that you can use to help you with this. But I wanted to start to say that, you know, it's all about you. And that's what I struggled with on this journey. I was like, I hated videos saying, attracting another person back is all about you. Like, no, it bloody isn't. It's about them and them being stubborn and a pain in the backside. But it is about me. It is about me, because when you send a message to that person, yes, you can try and put yourself in a high vibrational state when you send it. Awesome. But what do you do after that? Do you start doubting yourself then? Do you start saying, oh, they're probably not going to respond to me? Or they've taken their time. You're like, oh, damn it. They haven't even read my message. This is because, you know, they probably don't think I'm that cool. They probably don't think that they want to spend their time talking to me, or my message isn't good enough. It's the things that come after. You can set the intent to have high vibration and send them an amazing message and do it in that amazing energy. But what do you do after that? You know, that doesn't discount. Just because you've sent them a message in a high vibrational energy doesn't mean that afterwards you can go doubting yourself again. You can go talking down about yourself. You would never talk about them the way that you talk about yourself. And this is something you'll have to change. Talk about yourself the way that you talk about them, if not more, amazingly, you know? And it's going to be hard. It's going to be rewiring everything. But your inner world will reflect the outer world. I now understand why certain things have had to happen the way that they had in my life. I remember putting out videos about this manager that I used to have that would not treat me with the respect that I felt I deserved. And I always asked, well, what the heck am I doing wrong? Why did she pick on me? And people will say that she's a bit of a... She is like that to a lot of people. But then there were certain people that didn't get treated that way. And I was like, why is that? Like, why is she more respectful to certain people than others? And then it dawned on me. The people that don't see themselves as very important get picked on the most. And I proved it to myself this year. I confronted her. I had a one-on-one meeting with her manager and her in the same room. And I wasn't nasty. I was just honest. I was saying, look, this is how you've affected me. And I will not stand for it, because it truly has affected me in a very bad way. And ever since then, our dynamic has changed. She actually makes the effort to being nice to me, to complimenting me on my clothes that I wear, and overall not wanting to come across as somebody who doesn't like me. But that's because I respected myself. I thought myself, okay, I'm important. I don't deserve to be treated like crap. I need to show this person my worth, and I will no longer stand for this behavior. So I had this meeting. It was way out my comfort zone. I hate confrontation in this way. I am a peace-loving person, and I hate doing that. But the more that I stand up for myself, the more I respect and love myself and go, look, nobody should treat me in this way. Things change. Things absolutely change. I've had to do it with certain work people. You know, people sometimes think that they can treat me like I'm a shop who should be open 24/7. And I've had to say, look, you cannot text me at 3 in the morning. That's not cool. Or you cannot demand a reading from me, now just because I managed to respond to your message on WhatsApp. It doesn't mean that I'm available right now. You need to treat me with some respect and ask me when I have some available time and not just go, oh, I want a quick reading right now. That's not on. And so I stood up for myself in a very calm way, but I've discovered, okay, so this rewires our relationship. This rewires the way that you talk to me. This rewires the way that people reflect back to you. Because I used to have this thing of, oh, people only want me because I have this gift. And of course, people would treat me in that way. They wouldn't say, Giselle, how are you? I haven't seen you on YouTube in a while. They'd be going, oh, when are you free for another reading? I need help. Or try and get stuff done for free. People reflect back to you seriously, because I used to get irritated. I had one person do it to me, and because of that, I would assume that a lot of people would want to be like that. But oh God, everyone's only after me because they think I can answer their questions for free, and they don't respect me enough. But if you're going to start thinking like that, then yeah, people aren't going to respect you enough because you don't respect yourself enough, and you allow that story to become true. Because you're telling yourself that story over and over. If you're going to go through life with a victim mentality of nobody respects me, everybody thinks I'm a doormat, then that's what you're going to get. So stand up for yourself. And not just to them. Stand up for yourself to yourself. Go, hold on. I am not here to bully myself into, thinking that I am a doormat. That's not who I am. I am a respected person. People think I'm important. People value what I have to offer, and then the world will reflect back to you exactly what you are showing to yourself. So it is about you at the end of the day. The story that you tell about yourself, the affirmations you give yourself, whether that's conscious affirmations or just thinking things, Don't do things that are not beneficial to you. Anything that you wouldn't say to the love of your life, don't say to yourself. You should be the love of your life first and foremost, and then, have another person, that's fine. But treat yourself like you're the love of your life, because if you don't, you're going to find it a lot harder. It's simple things, If you drop the toothpaste, don't just go and say, oh, God, you clumsy idiot. No, just say, oh, well, no big deal. Didn't break anything. It's all good. Don't do things to yourself that you wouldn't do to the other person. You wouldn't scold them for dropping a toothpaste. Don't do it to yourself. I hope this video has helped. I hope it at least gives you some food for thought. I couldn't accept this straight away either, especially not the reason why the world is reflected to you in this way is because of the beliefs that you have about yourself. It'd be like, what the heck? I love myself. On the surface, you may think so, but look deeper. Analyze your thoughts. Analyze the feelings that you bring up about yourself, especially when you do something that is deemed not very positive, like dropping the toothpaste. That's just a small example. How do you feel about yourself? And if you say something like, oh, you idiot, you dropped the toothpaste again, just go, no, that is not actually true, is it? I am not an idiot just because I dropped the toothpaste. This happens to the best of people. This does not make me an intelligent or not intelligent person. I think I'm an amazing person, and anyone drops a toothpaste anyway. It's not a big deal. I don't know why you've even made a big deal. I'm a wonderful person. That's that. Leave the thought at something good. Leave the thought at a positive thing about yourself, and you will notice it's going to shift everything around you. Work your way up as well. Don't just go for the big one and go, okay, so now my beloved is going to act in this way. Try it on little things. Try it on, just people in the street smiling at you or whatever. People treating you as someone who deserves respect, somebody who's important, somebody who deserves to be, treated as whatever way you want to be treated. Say you want people to be on time when they make appointments with you, or when they, I don't know, speak to you. You want them to be polite. If you've had people who are not polite, then, be polite to yourself and see how they respond to you. If you're going to be treating yourself as not good enough, then people are going to just reflect that back. And you may not have even started out this journey or your life wanting to think that you weren't good enough. Sometimes things happen to you that you can't help. Like with me, I used to love my job when I was at a previous workplace. I had friends, I had an amazing time, and suddenly I decided to go for this promotion. And then I got managed by this awful man who was just not a nice person, and who made me feel like I was inadequate. And then after a while, I just like, oh God, I must be inadequate. And I started to adopt that as one of my own beliefs. What I should have done is go, no, I'm not inadequate. I'm an amazing employee. He just doesn't appreciate me, and I don't think that that's right. And I should keep reaffirming how amazing I was rather than, oh yeah, I must be inadequate. The story would have ended a lot differently. And I wouldn't have had a drop in my self-esteem. So whenever anything gets presented to you that is not in line with who you believe you are, don't accept it. If an employee makes you feel inadequate, don't accept it. If a family member thinks that you're an idiot, don't accept it. Question the things that the world reflects to you and go, okay, I understand that this has been shown to me, but it must be there for a reason. Anytime anything negative happens to you, or you start questioning yourself, just think, aha, okay, so this is a great opportunity for me to love myself more, and so that the world will love me more. Of course, don't think that you only need to do it so the world will love you more. Do it for yourself first and foremost. But don't accept anything negative. And see how that goes. So if you would like to connect with me or book any promotional offers with me, all my details are in the description. I do thank you all for your patience, because I've been ill and I've been having trouble doing certain types of readings or healings because I needed to be in the right energy. So thank you for your patience with that. Thank you all for buying the love letters again at the promotional rate. I just love doing those. They really make me happy. And I just had an influx of people wanting them again because they're currently at £7 instead of £9. And people love getting little short messages from, their beloveds or their spiritual guidance team. Whoever you want me to tune into, just, drop me a quick email saying, I bought this love letter and I want you to tune into so-and-so, whoever it is, right? I don't know, I just love them. They every time I get a response from somebody who's ordered one, it just makes me smile. It's like, wow, this is exactly what I wanted, and it made my day. I love them. I love doing them. I remember doing them for the first time on Valentine's Day, and I remember just having the most magical time, just the most magical day doing them. Because usually people that buy these always get the most uplifting, the most encouraging, loving messages, and they truly make me smile and make me happy. And so I've relaunched that offer, and so I've been doing a few already today, and it's just really uplifted my spirits. So thank you for taking advantage of that offer. It's so cool for me to be able to do that. So thank you all so very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.